Aboriginal education. The brutal truth is that today and historically, Aboriginal education has been criminally underfunded, birthing a youth unprepared and undereducated. But where is all the funding? The government had hoped to turn a new page and start a new era with the introduction of Bill C-33. Legislation they had hoped would appease the Assembly of First Nations. The bill also had a more inspiring and misleading name, one that they would hope would cushion the truth. They called it the First Nations Control of First Nations Education Act. Bill C-33 proposed to start in 2016 would give $1.25 billion in federal funding over the first 3 years, provisions for 4.5% annual increases, as well as $500 million for 7 years of infrastructure and $160 million for implementation of the act. But where did the control really lay? Well, with the government. They proposed to hire an education professionals to serve as an oversight group who would really have monetary control as well as decision-making power. Former Assembly of First Nations leader Sean Atleo supported the act and eventually stepped down over controversy as band chiefs accused him of being too cozy with Prime Minister Harper. Days after Atleo resigned, they held a vote. 121 chiefs voted in favor of rejecting the act, as well as 60 abstained from voting, and none voted to pass it. Aboriginal leaders called the act a step backwards towards residential schools. Even former Prime Minister Paul Martin said the government was keeping funding from children who really needed it. Aboriginal leaders want total fiscal control as well as no oversight group. They feel the funding is their right and the government has a fiduciary duty. Aboriginal education is now a more precarious situation than it has ever been.